YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about ways that the Washington football team could possibly upset the Baltimore Ravens come Sunday. Now, normally on Fridays, we do 5 key players that could possibly have a breakout game versus our next opponent, but honestly, quite frankly, I don't see no one having a breakout game. So that's why I'm naming this video ways we can upset the Baltimore Ravens, because obviously it's not likely that we win or we perform even well or decent. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. And let's get straight into today's video. Roll the intro, baby. We are Washington. Let's get it.
Where all my Washington fans at? Y'all the Washington football team. How do you expect to be good, man? Y'all are trash. 3-13 yet again. Blah, blah, blah. Listen. We Washington. Chase him with the sack, rush him down. Feel like I'm sick every time he get the ball. You know it's a touchdown. Who that out wide? Make Lawrence 17, you know that he's scoring. It's right off the edge, he's stopping the run. This defense is crazy, it's number 1. Look at Trash, the way that he punt. You get it? We Washington, man, we Washington.
So, ways that we could possibly upset the Baltimore Ravens. Now, like I said yesterday, and like I've been saying all week, it is not likely. I'm already prepared to be 1-3. I just gotta face the truth and reality of us playing the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday. It's not likely that we win. It's not likely that we make it a game. But is it possible? Yes, it is. And this is how we can possibly upset the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I could keep this video simple, short, and under 3 minutes, but you know that's not me. I could literally just say, steal the Chiefs formula, and how Steve Spagnuolo had them playing Monday night versus the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. But that's boring, and it's, quite frankly, it's not easy to, I guess, say steal their formula, because not everyone has what the Chiefs have. But in some capacity, we do. We don't have the secondary that they have, but we kind of somewhat have the pass rushers they have. Our pass rushers are better, honestly, outside of Chris Jones. So, first thing on this list to upset the Baltimore Ravens is obviously contain Lamar Jackson. I mean, you seen what happened on Monday Night Football. 97 passing yards, and I believe it was like 58 rushing yards or something like that. I can't remember the rushing yards exactly, but I know it was somewhere around there. Obviously, contain Lamar Jackson. You know, don't let him go off, because if you let him get out of that pocket, similar to what Kyler Murray did, it could be worse. But then when you make him sit in that pocket and him having to use his arm and be a passing quarterback and read defenses and try to dissect us and beat us with his arm, you see how that paid off for him on Monday Night Football. The Chiefs did a great job of sending rushers and also containing the outside. They forced him to stay in that pocket. He couldn't go nowhere. So we really have to do that. And we did not do a good job of that versus Kyler Murray. We were so worried with him beating us with their legs that they were not playing aggressive. You have to play aggressive against these quarterbacks. You can't be too worried about them beating you with your legs like we were with Kyler Murray, and then therefore he beat us with his legs. You see what I'm saying? We were so worried that it was going to happen that it happened. We were overthinking. So go in there, relax, play your game, and be aggressive. Jack Del Rio, I want to see some more blitz calls for Lamar Jackson and disrupt him. Send 5 at him, 6 at him every time if you have to. Good Lord, please. You know what I'm saying? If he beats us with his arm, cool. But don't make it easy for him and let him get out of the pocket and extend plays and beat us with his legs, because that's what we know he wants to do, and that's what we know he can/gonna do Sunday. So don't make it easy for him. Pressure him all game. Make him uncomfortable. Don't play dirty, but hit him after every play. Let him know you're there. Let him feel your presence. Like I said, don't play dirty. Like, no late hits, no unnecessary roughness, none of that. But, like, wrap him up. Let him know that you're there. So we're missing Chase Young, of course. It's not confirmed that he's not gonna play, but it's likely more than likely that he's not gonna play. He's week to week with a groin, so he should be back next week versus the Rams. But like I said, it's not confirmed that he's out, but it's more than likely that he's out. Matt Ioannidis, we already know he's out for the year, so we need Tim Settle to step up big. Like I said, Matt Ioannidis and Tim Settle could be a 1-2 punch on somebody else's team with a lack of in defensive lineman. But here we have Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, so they're not able to start, or at least as many snaps as they could, have the talent to. So, yeah, just get pressure on Lamar Jackson and make it a long day for him. You see, like I said, and I keep making this Kansas City Chiefs reference, and I hope that's what we were doing all week, just watching Kansas City Chiefs film. Because if we were, then we seen what they were doing. They were containing Lamar. They made him feel uncomfortable. They did not let him get in his groove. They rarely let him get out of the pocket, because when you seen in that game, when he did get out of the pocket, he scrambled for at least 10 yards at the least. And that was rare. That was only a couple times that game. So it's like you obviously know what he can do if you let him get out of the pocket, and we can't allow that to happen. So contain Lamar Jackson. That's the first. Secondly, we have to attack their secondary. And what I mean by that is, yes, I know Marlon Humphreys just got that big check. Yes, not 5. I think it's like 5 years, $98 million. He got that big check. So I'm not talking about their cornerbacks, but I'm talking about their safeties. Deshaun Elliott, who's in place of Earl Thomas, and Chuck Clark. Chuck Clark is okay. He's cool, but he's beatable. Deshaun Elliott got exposed on Monday Night Football. Looked lost. Looked like they needed Earl Thomas out there. So take advantage of their safeties. Take advantage of their safeties. Their corners, they cool. But as you've seen, they were getting toasted by Tyreek Hill. Not everyone is Tyreek Hill. We understand that. He's too fast. But I feel as though I really feel comfortable with Terry McLaurin in one-on-one coverage with Marcus Peters and or their new $100 million man in Marlon Humphreys. I feel comfortable with one-on-one coverage. I feel as though Terry McLaurin could beat anyone body in one-on-one coverage. So take advantage of their secondary, more so their two safeties. Now, speaking of Terry McLaurin is dealing with a thigh injury. He was limited in practice yesterday, and today I believe that he didn't practice. I think I read and it said that he was on the bikes the whole time. Him and Chase Young were on the bikes the whole time. So hopefully he plays, but it's like typically when you don't practice on Friday, you're not playing. Steven Sims not playing, obviously. He's out with a turf toe still, so I don't know if that's gonna linger throughout the whole year. But like I said, Terry McLaurin, thigh injury, and he was limited today or yesterday, and he didn't practice at all today. So hopefully he's good to go. But hey, man, I don't be surprised if he's out on Sunday. And if he's out on Sunday, you might as well just chalk that L up before the game even starts, because he's literally our only weapon on offense, honestly. So hopefully Terry can go, but we know how important hamstrings and thighs are to wide receivers, and it can tend to linger. How bad it is, it can tend to linger throughout the whole year. So hopefully we're taking it easy and slow with Terry McLaurin. Hopefully he can play Sunday, but if he can't, then we're in trouble. We already are in trouble, but we're in more trouble. So with that being said, the next way to upset the Baltimore Ravens, run the ball. Run the ball. Antonio Gibson is off to a great start in his NFL career, and it seems like we shy away from running the ball. Now, I do in my live streams when I live stream the game, I do say, why do we run the ball on 2nd and long? And I'm still gonna stick with that. 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass, 2nd and long, I'm not a fan of running the ball, because unless your offensive line is good and unless he breaks off a big run, it's more than likely to get stuffed. And when it gets stuffed, you put in your quarterback in 3rd and 15s. And I understand if you got a Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, or Patrick Mahomes, just to name a few, and also Lamar Jackson, if you got one of those, then you're more comfortable on 3rd and 15. But when you have Dwayne Haskins, all the young quarterbacks that aren't able to pick up long 3rd downs on a consistent basis, that's not good, and that's not a good look for your quarterback. So you try to limit your play calling that could possibly set your quarterback up in the 3rd and long. And we need Dwayne Haskins to ball out this week. So yeah, those were my 3 main topics to possibly upsetting the Baltimore Ravens. Is it going to happen? No, it's not. I'm already expecting it, but gotta have faith. Anything can happen any given Sunday. Now, the last thing I want to talk about was Dwayne Haskins is officially on the hot seat. He really is. Per JP Finley, sources told him that him and Ron Rivera and Dwayne Haskins, they met as on the rest of, I believe, the offensive side of coaches. They all met with Dwayne Haskins and told him they still support him. They still believe in him. They still believe that he can turn it around and he could be the starting quarterback for the future. But if things continue to tread down and don't look bright and you're not showing no progress, you can get pulled. So hopefully this is Dwayne Haskins' redemption game and he can come out firing all cylinders. I don't think it's going to happen, but like I said, any given Sunday. So with that being said, it's been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Washington football team. Let's just brace ourselves for Sunday. I will be streaming the game like I do every week, so make sure you guys come through the stream that Sunday. We'll be starting at 12:55, so that gives you enough time to you do what you got to do. And I didn't want to start it early because I don't want us to sit through that boring pregame shows. I want to get straight to the action. So make sure you guys come chill with me on Sunday for the fastest update stream as far as the game goes, because I know sometimes it be behind and you want to be up to date fast. My stream moves fast, and I'll have you updated if you can't watch it. So like, comment, subscribe, hail to watch the football team. See you guys Sunday. I'm out. Peace.